We are excited to share the latest Salesforce innovations with you, which means we may talk about future-looking products and services. Because future-looking statements are inherently subject to risk and uncertainty, our reminder is that you should make any purchasing or investment decisions based on products that are currently commercially available.
It was my first day of work, and I go and talk to my manager, and he talks to me about these 14 services we're going to launch. And he's like, we've got 90 days till our big event. We have to rethink marketing end to end to deliver these services. You know, you look at the scale of a project like this. If you were to do it in a traditional manner, you know, it really would have been an 18-month project. And that wasn't an option. We started rethinking the way our business was working in the cloud. And as part of that, we had to really speed up. And we had to have our marketing systems match that. In a lot of ways, Salesforce was the cheat code for us to really roll this out. And so I spoke to the team at Salesforce, I met their success team, and got together and decided that it was going to be possible and this is what we're going to go build. And then they buckled up with us. And that gave us a lot of confidence.
Salesforce just made sense for us. Before, we wouldn't have had that visibility of where customers are in their sales journey. Now that we are utilizing Pardot, we're really able to communicate with our customers at the right time.
Within our Salesforce stack, we're able to have that whole customer experience within Salesforce. We bring them in with Pardot. We use Sales Cloud with our sales team.
Customers want really personalized, in-depth understanding of their problems. They want to find the right thing at the right time. They want things to be easy.
So we've created dashboards to see how healthy the pipeline is.
The ability to deliver consistent reporting to the sales team as well as to the marketing team too has given us a lot of clarity. That's a huge success for us, is being able to have the data to have that better understanding of who our customer is. That's the other thing that's awesome about Pardot.
We've been able to deliver early and exceed expectations. Salesforce and our technology stack allowed us to do that.
It sort of caught on. Everyone was like, how did you do that? Like, what? There's this curiosity exists in the company. And it actually kicked off an entire project where VMware is going through and moving almost all of its marketing technology to emulate and improve upon the stack that we built. A marketer is the new quarterback. Have the confidence to take the skills that we've developed and the technologies we've put in place and apply them to all parts of your business. That efficiency, that ability to be precise and engaged and measured will give your customers what they're looking for. And if you have that, then blazing trails is pretty easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome SVP and GM Salesforce Pardot, Michael Kostow.
Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the B2b Marketing Keynote. My name is Mike Kostow. I'm the GM of Salesforce Pardot. And I want to say welcome to everyone here in the room. We've got a packed house here. I also want to say welcome to those watching us next door on the big screen. Maybe next year we'll tear down this wall. And I'd also like to say welcome to those of us who are watching us live online. I want to start, as we always do, by saying thank you. You should see a lot of familiar faces here. I want to say thank you to our customers who inspire us with how they use our technology. I want to say thank you to our partners who extend the power of Salesforce and help our customers realize the power of the Salesforce platform. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to our team who have worked tirelessly on these products that we're going to showcase here today. So on behalf of Salesforce, thank you. And we at Salesforce have had a great run over the last 20 years. We've experienced absolutely amazing growth. But for us, it's not just about doing well, it's about doing good. We believe that Salesforce can be a platform for change. And I'm sure you've heard us talk about our 1-1-1 model and how we give 1% of our profit, 1% of our product, 1% of our employees' time to support nonprofits. And last year, right here on the stage, we featured one of those incredible nonprofits, SBC International, and the great work that they're doing all over the world to help animals and their caretakers. We've continued on with that theme this year with our Pardot puppies. Did anyone go see the Pardot puppies? Yes. Who doesn't love puppies? What a great break at Dreamforce. We've actually seen some of those puppies adopted. So for those of you who came to Dreamforce hoping to learn about technology, you may be going home with the dog. We have continued on with that theme for this year, and we've partnered with some incredible companies who we're going to feature on this stage today, Lyft and VMware. And what's great about these companies is they share our values, one of which is giving back. And one of those partnerships that we're going to talk about is this incredible relationship between Lyft and the American Cancer Society. And what they're doing is Lyft is helping cancer patients get to and from their cancer appointments for free. It's an incredible program, and I'm excited to talk to the American Cancer Society and Lyft just a little bit later. But first, I'm sure you heard Mark in his keynote talk about the fourth industrial revolution and how this rapid pace of change is impacting our societies, our economies, and how we do our jobs. But what does this mean for marketers? How do we distill this for marketers? Well, now there's all these new channels by which to deliver personalized experiences to your customers and your prospects. Channels like voice and virtual reality. And in this new age of intelligent marketing, analytics, artificial intelligence, and account-based marketing are the tools that companies need to be successful. And we at Salesforce have realized this ourselves. In fact, one of our most successful campaigns on our team this year was using virtual reality. Who would have thought that would have been possible just a few short years ago? And those that have been able to adopt these new technologies, we call them trailblazers. These trailblazers are transforming the companies that they work in. They're accelerating their careers. These are trailblazers like Joanna from Amazon Business, Caitlin from VMware, Rochelle from Lyft. And we're going to showcase some of these trailblazers on this stage today. But for many companies, their experience is very different. They're dealing with siloed sales and marketing teams. Sales is over here with one set of data, one set of metrics, one process. Marketing is over here with a different set of data, a different set of KPIs, a whole different process. And when you have those two teams working independently, it's very difficult for you to leverage analytics and have a 360-degree view of your customer. It's very difficult to harness the power of artificial intelligence if your data is siloed. And it's very difficult for you to execute on account-based marketing, which we now know is core to how B2b marketers are going to market today. And that's why I'm excited to announce the Customer Success Platform, a single platform across sales and marketing and service that gives you that 360-degree view of your customer. And at the center of the Customer Success Platform is enablement. And with Trailhead, we make it fun and easy for B2B marketers to learn the skills that they need to be successful in this new age of intelligent marketing. And Salesforce for B2B Marketing is built on the Customer Success Platform. And it allows trailblazers like Elliot at Amazon Seller Services to do everything that they need to drive their business. Find and nurture more leads, close more deals, and maximize ROI. And he does it using the products that you see here. But instead of me standing here and telling you about all these products, we're going to showcase these products through two of our incredible trailblazers, VMware and Lyft Business. And because of the success of customers like Elliot at Amazon Seller Services, Salesforce has been recognized by Nucleus as the market leader in marketing across both B2B and B2C. And now to tell these two stories of VMware and Lyft, I'd like to welcome to the stage my colleague, Maureen Majoni. Maureen.
Thank you, Mike. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to day 3 of Dreamforce. I am thrilled to be in a room of fellow B2B marketers, and I know you all are so excited to hear about the latest innovations that we have for B2B marketers here at Salesforce. And we're going to do that today through the eyes of our customers. Today, we're going to talk to 2 inspiring trailblazers who, with their teams, are truly transforming their organizations and their communities. But it hasn't been easy, right? Just like all of us, they have challenges to face and problems to solve. But as B2B marketers, we love to learn and grow from one another, and that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to talk to these two trailblazers. And first, we're going to start with Samantha Goldman, head of marketing at Lyft Business, who with her team is really striving to drive awareness for their B2B brand. Then, we're going to talk to Nick King, VP of Cloud Marketing at VMware, and talk about how he and his team are really trying to grow existing account relationships. Now, both have very unique challenges, but at the end of the day, they are both striving for that one single view of their customer. Now, to kick us off, I'm very excited to welcome Samantha Goldman with Lyft Business to the stage. Give a round of applause. Hi, Samantha, welcome.
Hey, thanks so much for having me here. It's awesome to be here with everyone today.
We are so excited to have you, and your team is here with us today too, right?
Yeah, can the Lyft Business marketing team actually stand up? I get to be on stage and get to talk about all the wonderful things my team's doing, but the real round of applause goes to all of them.
And now, Samantha, something pretty fun happened with you and your team the other day. You want to tell us a little bit about this?
Sure. Well, it's not every day that a team member gets a text saying that they were spotted on 5th and Mission. That's what happened to Kim, who's our senior Salesforce analyst. So we had to take a little trip with the team, little photo op there. I think what's really exciting, though, I later found that we are actually one of only a few groups of these photos that are all women. And so it's one thing that we need to do is next year, I want to see that 50-50. I want to see more women to be up on those posters up around Dreamforce.
That is very inspiring. Well, we are thrilled to have you and your whole team here with us today. Now, Samantha, many people in the room here know about the fastest ride-sharing app, Lyft, right? Many are probably using it this week at Dreamforce.
Hope so.
But many might not know about Lyft Business. Can you tell us about the B2B side of Lyft?
Yeah, I'd love to. So Lyft Business, we work with organizations of all shapes and sizes to design transportation solutions that help move their people. In fact, we're on track to reach $1 billion run rate this year alone. And I bet many people in the room here today are actually using our Lyft Business products and don't even know about it. So I know lunch is after this, but going to make you guys move a little bit. Show of hands if you've been in a Lyft before. OK, great. Now keep it up, or put your hand back up if you've used Lyft when you've traveled for business. OK, great. Keep it up if you know that you've been using Lyft Business Profile. So Business Profile allows you to integrate directly with your expense provider, really makes that whole process of travel really, really seamless, and allows you to earn business rewards, $5 for every 5 personal points that you have. But working with employees is not the only thing that we do. We work with healthcare organizations to move patients. We work with transit authorities to move citizens. We really work with all types of companies to ultimately move their people.
Can you give some examples of some of those organizations that you work with?
Yeah, I'd love to. So one example is Allstate Roadside Services. So we all know when you get in a car accident or your car stops working, you need to get your car towed, you're stranded on the side of the road, and that's not a great situation for you, and it's really inconvenient. So we've actually worked with Allstate that at the same time they're able to dispatch a tow truck, they're able to dispatch a Lyft to you through Lyft Concierge. That actually gets you in a convenient way where you need to go, and it gets your car where it needs to go. Another totally different example is Disney World. Disney is all about magical experiences for kids, and then I'm also sure for many of you guys in the audience as well. And one of the problems with Disney, though, is that it's larger than the size of Manhattan. So if you can imagine the transportation issues they have, well, we've brought magical experiences into the app by partnering with them, and people can request a minivan. And that's
wait. A minivan, like Minnie Mouse?
M-I-N-N-I-E.
Oh, that's really cute.
These are red and white polka dotted minivans.
That's awesome.
That are driven by cast members. And attendees, guests at the park, are able to request them and get where they need to go in a really quick and magical way. And then last but not least, we work with employers. We work with a large tech company. The reason we're all here today, we work with Salesforce. And Salesforce has brought us on to help make sure their employees get to where they need to go when they're traveling for business in a really seamless, easy way so they can worry about their work, and all of us, and not have to worry about expensing their receipts. I know I talked a lot about rewards, and their employees are earning rewards as well. If you're not earning business rewards yet, you can stop by the Pied Piper area, get a little promo code so that you can opt into that as well.
Gotcha. That was a great description. So basically, you sell to organizations like Allstate and Disney World that then try to deliver amazing transportation experience to their customers.
Got it.
Awesome. Now, as you were trying to build out this new part of the Lyft business, I know it comes with challenges, like many people who are trying to launch a campaign, launch a product. Can you talk a little bit about some of those challenges that you were having?
Yeah, so our first challenge is definitely awareness. So as I mentioned all those different examples, we're dealing with so many different companies, so many different verticals and industries. We're dealing with personas from a travel manager to a chief medical officer, and we need to reach them in a really personalized way to help them understand how we can solve their problems when they may not even realize they actually have a transportation problem.
Right, and so then, and once you attract and drive awareness to those leads, you obviously don't want them to just sit there. You want to continue to engage. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in addition to many different types of customers, we also have lots of different size businesses that we're dealing with, and we need to make sure that we're engaging everyone. So we have small and medium-sized businesses who really want to get started right away with our self-service product and get their people moving. And then we have enterprise accounts who have more complex situations and really need the support of an account team to help them. And so we need to engage them with the right workflows and the right experiences for all of those different needs.
Right, and then it doesn't end for you at the sale like many others. You have to continue to drive adoption, right?
Yeah, I'm sure many of you guys in the room would agree that we never end with sales when we're marketing. But business to consumer marketing is no different. And so we can sell in, but if we don't actually get the passengers to adopt, the people of our companies, and to ride with us, we're not seeing any results from that. And furthermore, our customers aren't seeing any results, and their problems aren't being solved. So take an example for a large car rental company that we deal with. They have branches all over the United States. The executives have brought us in. They decided, let's use Lyft Concierge to dispatch rides so that we can get rid of shuttle systems at all of these different branches. Now, if the different branch managers all across the United States don't start using us, they're not going to see any results. And so we need to reach all of those branch managers now, no matter where they are in the funnel, give them tips and tricks, help them understand what to do so that they get it to adopt using Lyft. And what's really exciting is now with Pardot, we're able to do that in a really scalable way and reach them no matter where they are.
Great, great. So, and then when you came on board, you already had Salesforce. But then, as you just mentioned, you brought on Pardot. How has having Salesforce and Pardot all together really helped your team?
Well, at Lyft, everything starts with the customer. And usually when we talk about our customers, we're talking about our drivers and our passengers. But our business customers are really no different at all. Now with Pardot, we have a 360-degree view of our customers, and we can really align with sales so that we're approaching the right customers that they're looking at well, and we can market directly to them. Furthermore, though, we're really able to provide an amazing experience for our customers. Again, remember, customer experience is #1 for us. And so we can now reach those customers at the right time with the right message at the right place, no matter where they are on their journey with Lyft.
Great. And how was the experience of implementing Pardot?
Implementing was actually really great. When I first came to Pardot, I remember talking with the team and saying, we need to get this up and running ASAP. We have nothing. We're not doing real marketing automation. I have huge goals, and we need to get this going. And I'm to embarrass Rochelle, who's here, if she can stand up for a second. Rochelle actually got us up and running with Pardot in 30 days. She's the real mastermind behind all.
Wow. Kudos to Rochelle. That's awesome. So you guys you didn't skip a beat. You kept going.
We are going, and we're off to the races now.
That's amazing. Well, Samantha, thank you so much for being here today to share your story. Your team is truly blazing trails, and we're so lucky to have you as a partner.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much, Samantha. So Samantha just walked us through how she and her team were able to attract leads, engage prospects, and drive adoption with Salesforce for B2b marketing. And for them, it was so important that they had a solution that was fast, efficient, and easy to use, right? Well, Samantha, get excited, because Salesforce has taken another step forward in speed and productivity. Is everyone ready to hear this? At Dreamforce, we are so excited to launch Pardot in Lightning. Now Now, for the first time, marketing and sales is all together on one solution. Let that sink in. This is amazing because now you can do 100% of your B2B marketing all within Salesforce. And what I love about this for me is that it makes me so much more productive in my day because now I can log into one place, all access with everything as I need as a marketer. And then when I do log in, I have lightning navigation that's customized based on what's important to me. And now that all of my data is together in one place, I can accurately report on it in B2b Marketing Analytics. I can build out custom dashboards around my campaigns to tell me what's working and what's not from a first, even, and last touch. And you want to know what's amazing? Because all of this is in Salesforce, my sales teams can see all of these reports as well, and so they know how my team is contributing to the organization. Amazing, right? Now, we're so excited to launch this at Dreamforce right now, but we definitely wanted you guys to see it in action, and we're going to do that through the eyes of Samantha and her team. And to do that, I would love to welcome my friend and colleague, Kyle Skippy.
Thank you, Maureen. Well, as we just heard, Samantha and the Lyft Business Marketing team was tasked with creating a sales and marketing experience that extends beyond the passenger and the driver, right? It's about the buyers, the influencers, the admins, the employees. All of these people had to come together in order for Lyft Business to be a success. That's an extremely difficult challenge to overcome. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of how the Lyft Business Marketing team met that challenge head-on by attracting leads, engaging prospects, and driving adoption in this brand new B2B landscape using Salesforce Ad Studio, Pardot and Lightning, and B2b Marketing Analytics. With that, let's hop right into the demo. So we're going to start our day off with Rochelle. Girl, you're getting some good airtime today. She's Lyft Business's demand generation manager. And she and her team have been challenged with lofty pipeline goals overall, but they're making a big push to gain more awareness of their corporate travel solutions. So she starts her day here in B2b Marketing Analytics. And here on this pipeline dashboard, she can get a sense of overall pipeline health and deal cycle performance. But she's going to zero in here on the corporate travel industry to get a sense of what's going on. And as we can see, they've made a big dent in small to medium business, but they have a really large opportunity to gain more of the enterprise market. So now she knows who she needs to go after, those enterprise corporate travel buyers. And she needs to create a lead capture experience that's just as sophisticated as they are. In order to do that, she used Salesforce Ad Studio and Pardot. And I'm going to show you that lead capture experience through the eyes of one of those prospective customers. And that's actually Salesforce. So here we have Dorian Stoney. Dorian is the director of corporate travel at Salesforce, and he's on LinkedIn scrolling around looking for top talent to recruit to his team. And as he's scrolling, he stumbles upon a Lyft Business ad. He's intrigued. He's never heard of Lyft Business before, so he clicks on it. And he's taken to a Pardot landing page detailing all the solutions that Lyft Business offers, but especially those corporate travel solutions that he's most interested in. But he does have to get on with his day and going back to his recruiting duties. So right when he's about to abandon the page, a chat window pops up. A chatbot powered by Einstein is here to help Dorian. And because of all the rich information it was already fed from that Ad Studio ad, it already knows who Dorian is, that he works for Salesforce, and that he's interested in corporate travel. That is a ton of information to have a really personalized conversation with Dorian. And so they do just that. Dorian tells the bot that he's interested in business travel. And let's see, it seems that his top business priority is expense management. The bot asks Dorian for consent to follow up with him, and he says, sure, but please also add my procurement manager, Ryan Pierce. Rochelle and team are thrilled. Why, you may ask? They just captured not just one lead via this really personalized experience, they captured two. Both Ryan and Dorian never had to complete a single form field to get that done. And by the way, and by the way, all of this information is being fed right into CRM, right on Ryan and Dorian's lead records, where sales and marketing are sitting every day. And lastly, it took Rochelle and team only about an hour to create this experience with clicks, not code. Not a single engineer had to be involved. Really fantastic. But as we heard from Samantha earlier, capturing these leads is just step one. Now we have to engage them. We have to nurture them. So let's hop into Salesforce and see how Rochelle and team build out those nurture programs. Here in Salesforce, she'll go to the app launcher, and she'll choose her Pardot Lightning app right next to all of her other Lightning apps, just like sales and service. But this app is catered to meet her needs as a B2b marketer. She has features and data and content available to her to help her do her job. Except she still has all of her CRM data right at her fingertips. Salesforce leads, contacts, campaigns, it's all right here. All tailor-fit to meet her needs as a B2B marketer. So let's get back to nurturing those leads. She hops over to Engagement Studio. Engagement Studio is where she creates really powerful lead nurturing programs to nurture her leads and customers alike. She's going to click on this demand generation program that was built for leads like Dorian. And Engagement Studio comes out of the box with a visual testing interface that allows you to visualize where your buyers may be going on their journey based off of different signals. And we're going to use that testing interface to visualize what happened to Dorian. He started his journey by clicking on that LinkedIn ad. And then he interacted with our chatbot. So straight away, Engagement Studio is going to send him a follow-up email, assign him to sales, and notify that sales rep, follow up, strike while the iron is hot. You have a new hot lead in your queue. So let's take a look at what this looks like from a salesperson's perspective. We're going to switch gears, and now we have Omar. Omar is a sales rep at Lyft Business, and he's also in Salesforce doing his job. He receives an alert that he has a new hot lead in his queue. Thank you, Engagement Studio. Let's check it out. We can see here that we have Dorian and Ryan right at the top of his lead list view, sorted by Einstein lead score. Einstein lead score helps Omar prioritize his leads based off of intent and purchase data, those that would be most likely to convert for him. So one quick thing, though, I want to zoom out just a little bit and soak in what's happening here. It's very subtle. But this experience looks a lot like Rochelle's experience inside of Salesforce. Pretty similar. Well, that's not a coincidence. It's not similar. It's the same. Salesforce is now this single platform, this single source of truth, the single experience aligning sales and marketing like never before. Yeah. Very exciting. Omar's excited to have Salesforce as a potential buyer, so he clicks on that account. And he can see here that Dorian and Ryan have been matched right here at the top. He can hover over Ryan's lead score and see the factors that Einstein took into consideration when scoring Ryan as a 79. But Einstein's not stopping there. Remember when Dorian told the chatbot to follow up with Ryan Pierce? Well, Einstein was listening. And now Einstein's telling Omar, call Ryan now. He's a key influencer on this deal. So Omar does that. They connect very briefly. He's excited to have connected with him. They hang up, and Einstein's at it again, asking Ryan, hey, you need to continue to nurture this lead. You need to continue to engage him. Add him to this education program that your marketing team's designed for this exact use case. So he goes ahead and he does that. Fast forward in time with me just a little bit. Omar closes the Salesforce deal in record time, thanks to help from his marketing team and insights from Einstein. But as we heard from Samantha, closing the deal is only one half of the equation. Lyft Business doesn't start seeing results until employees start adopting and taking rides. So some time passes, and Omar is out on the road calling on some customers. And he receives an alert from his Salesforce mobile app. He opens it, and it looks like this isn't good. Adoption in the Salesforce account is low. He's only at 28% to plan. He needs help. He's going to get on Chatter and call out to his marketing team, Rochelle, help, I need a lifeline. I don't know what to do. Help me increase adoption. But because Rochelle and team are working from the same set of CRM data, they're already aware there's a problem, and they're already on it. They've been brainstorming ways to try to get these writers to adopt via a whiteboarding session. And they feel like they've landed on a really killer nurture here to get those employees to adopt. So she takes a picture of their masterpiece and saves it to her Photos app. Now, How many of you are like me, don't be shy, and you have pictures like this on your phone or your machines? Yes, I know. I have an entire album. My boss is in here. I don't really look at them later. I think they're there for posterity, right? But sometimes we do have to implement them digitally, and that can be really daunting. So Rochelle has to implement this, and she's, that's a big task. So we at Pardot have been imagining ways to make marketers even more productive by using the power of Einstein. And with the help of Ramon, my demo driver, we'd love to show you what one of those experiences might look like one day. So Rochelle comes over to Engagement Studio, and while she can start placing actions, triggers, and rules onto the canvas, instead she chooses Einstein Canvas. She's going to upload her masterpiece. Let's see. That's it. Yep, 7 steps. Thanks, Ramon. And voila, within seconds. Yeah. Thank you, Einstein. That picture has turned into a program. We are well on our way to getting these employees to adopt. So some more time passes. Just play a little pretend with me. And Omar is back in Salesforce working on some recent deals. And he gets another alert. But this time, it's great news. Adoption is trending up in the Salesforce account. Let's check it out. This is fantastic. He's already over plan at 105%, thanks to his marketing team. But Omar's not the only one who's happy. Rochelle and team were ecstatic. They're seeing pipeline and adoption trending up across the enterprise, not just in the Salesforce account. And they can see here that that adoption nurture that they created was a key driver in that success. Rochelle shares this happy news with her VP of Sales. She and her team are well on their way to exceeding their pipeline and adoption goals for the quarter. So as you can see, the Lyft Business Marketing team was able to attract leads, engage prospects, and drive adoption in this new B2B landscape using Salesforce Ad Studio, Pardot and Lightning, and B2b Marketing Analytics to get the job done. Back to you, Maureen.
Amazing, Kyle. That was incredible. Great job. OK, so now we are going to switch gears. And we're very thrilled to talk to Nick King, who is our VP of Cloud Marketing at VMware. And to do that, I would like to welcome Nick to the stage. Please join me.
Hello.
Hi, welcome, Nick. How are you today?
I'm well. Yourself?
Great. Now, many people in the room here know VMware as the pioneer of cloud computing. But I would love to hear through your words, what is VMware and what is your role?
So we're going to get a little nerdy here.
OK.
So what VMware does is it abstracts hardware, network, servers, devices, and puts this thing called virtualization across the top of it. And what it allows you to do is run applications and move those applications all around the place. So it's a little bit of magic. And what I do is I look after cloud marketing. So from the digital platforms to the product marketing partners, the whole stack of marketing end to end.
Awesome. And so basically, you take this massive and complex room of servers, put it in the cloud so that someone can access it anytime, anywhere. And like you said, it's like magic.
That's exactly what we do.
Wonderful. Now, we heard in the video earlier today, which was wonderful, that you and your team had a challenge to launch 14 services. And this was a project that should have taken like 18 months.
Right.
But it took your team 90 days.
It did.
What were some of the things that your team was thinking about? What were some of those challenges that you had?
So for us, a large part of our challenges was how do we engage our accounts? We have relationships with almost every enterprise company on the planet. But we had to go and engage them to understand how we could actually introduce these new services to them. We also had to go through and understand what was happening in each of those customers, what the scenarios were, and engage them at the right place at the right time. And we simply didn't have the ability to move fast enough with our previous systems. So we sat back, looked at it, and decided to roll out a completely new stack with Pardot and Sales Cloud, and deployed that in really, really fast timeframes, which meant some sleepless nights and some nervous moments, but we got there.
Mm-hmm.
And then overall for us, we also partnered with the Success Cloud team, and they really helped us work through that and understand how we could deploy that so quickly. So it was a really great partnership.
Gotcha. And speaking of partnership, once you brought on Salesforce, how did that help you and your team?
Yeah, for us, there was just so many things we had to look at. Understanding how we integrated with our complicated sort of other sales orgs we have, understanding the different technologies involved, and bringing that all together. And for us, we really thought hard about how to get a 360 view of the customer, understanding specifically what was happening with each of the different accounts and which services we could adopt and deploy at different points in time. And by deploying Pardot and other technologies, it really helped us to understand exactly where we were with those customers, taking feeds from our actual products and services and then prompting those customers to go back. And we saw a really huge ROI from this. We saw a 641% ROI of this technology really in the first 60 to 90 days.
That's incredible.
So it's a huge turnaround.
That's incredible. Helping your team to be more efficient and get that 360 view of the customer. Well, we have very much enjoyed being your partner in all of this, Nick, and we so much appreciate you being here to tell your story with us today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
So you could hear from Nick how important and productivity was for him, he and his team. And lucky for us at Salesforce, we have our own master of productivity. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? The intelligent assistant we all know and love, Einstein, right? And for the first time ever, Einstein is here for B2b marketers with Pardot Einstein. Now, for the first time ever, because everything is together on Lightning, you can harness the power of artificial intelligence. And what I love is how easy Einstein makes my day, because Einstein searches all throughout Salesforce and surfaces top insights that are important to me. Things like Einstein behavior scoring, where Einstein tells me which of my leads are hot and ready to buy based off of how they've engaged and their activity. And then with Einstein Campaign Insights, Einstein actually helps surface new target audiences that I might have never known about based off of how they're engaging with me and my brand. And finally, this is my absolute favorite, Einstein Voice. Now I can actually ask Einstein how my campaigns are performing this quarter, and Einstein's going to answer me right back. I mean, how amazing is that, right? Now I could talk about this all day, but I won't. Instead, I want to show you this, and we're going to do that through the eyes of Nick and his team at VMware. To do that, I would love to welcome to the stage the talented Meredith Brown.
Thank you, Maureen. Well, today I'm thrilled to tell Nick's story and how his team just had 90 days to build pipeline and get customers all around the world excited about moving to the cloud. And you might be wondering, why would customers care so deeply about moving to the cloud? Well, do you remember what it was like when you had all of your photos and you put them in shoeboxes, and then you started to digitize them, and then you moved them over to an external hard drive, and then eventually, where do they live today? In the cloud. And you can't imagine any other way to store your digital assets. Well, Nick knew that if he could get his customers to move their IT infrastructure to the cloud, they could transform the way that they build, deliver, and consume IT resources. So today, we are thrilled to show you how VMware is able to grow account relationships, close deals, and optimize for success with Einstein Analytics, Pardot Einstein, and Pardot and Lightning. Let's take a look at a demo. And I have Julia here helping me drive. Shout out to Julia. And we're taking a look at VMware's business around the world. This is their white space dashboard. And you can see that they have customers worldwide. But when we go in and we pivot by their open deals, we can see that they have a lot of pipeline emerging in both North America and Japan. Well, these are very different markets, right? So this means that the team is really going to need to focus if they're going to hit their goals. So they're going to turn to an account-based marketing strategy, where they're going to work really closely with their sales teams to go after some of their top customers, like Ohana Inc. And they're going to turn to Einstein Discovery to build predictive models to figure out what to do next. For example, they can build a model to figure out which audiences to go after or which channels to activate. And let's take a look at that right there on the Ohana Inc. account. So through analytics, we were able to determine that Ohana Inc. is growing some pipeline. They're an existing customer, they're in the right industry, and they're in the right region. But through the model that we just built, we're actually able to determine what the marketing team can help do to grow this pipeline. They can target IT directors with thought leadership content, and they can get more C-level executives to attend events. Pretty amazing. way for them to grow that pipeline. But they also know that they're going to have to work closely with their sales teams in order to move this pipeline forward and close those deals. But not a problem, right? Because we heard that both sales and marketing are working together, and they're working together in Lightning. So that means that they have the exact same view of the customer. And they can see that through their cloud sales app and their cloud marketing app. And in Lightning, analytics are everywhere, guiding both the sales and marketing team towards these account prospects. So let's take a look at that account prospect dashboard right now. So right now, we can all see what's happening with the pipeline in these top accounts. But we can go one step further and find those accounts that are researching key terms like AWS, apps, cloud, and data. And with Einstein behavior scoring, we can find those accounts that have prospects that are actively engaging right now and showing that buying behavior. And here we have Ohana Inc. right here at the top of the list. Well, that's not surprising, because Ohana Inc. has one of the biggest deals in the pipeline. And we're going to go in and take a look at that deal through the eyes of Allison Schultz, one of the Cloud Business Unit's superstar account executives. Well, Allison's been working this deal for months, but this is a big change for Ohana Inc. And there are people that are doubters, telling her maybe they're not ready to move over to the cloud. But she's not worried, because she has Einstein opportunity scoring. And with Einstein opportunity scoring, she knows that this deal is in great shape with a high score of 85. But she also has Einstein here guiding her and letting her know what's happening with the top prospects in this account. Who's engaging and who's showing those buying signals right now, including Jane Lopez, the executive sponsor and chief information officer of Ohana Inc. But Allison also has Salesforce Engage in her arsenal, because the marketing team gave them personalized templates that are 100% on brand. So that means she can get essential buyers like Jane to upcoming events and make sure she attends the right session tracks. So this is amazing, right? We've really been able to activate a lot of marketing for Jane. So let's go in and take a look at her record. And we can see all of the ways that she is interacting with those cloud brand messages. But we know that VMware is a huge company, and they have a lot of different products. But check this out. We're just going to toggle here, and we're going to check out what's happening with the on-premise business. And with just one quick toggle, we can go in, and we can see all of the different ways that Jane has interacted with the on-premise brand. Well, the amazing thing here is this is just one CRM record. Not a single duplicate needed to be created for everyone to see these insights across the entire enterprise. Pretty amazing, right? Well, obviously, sales has been doing a lot. Marketing has really been helping to drive things forward. And Nick is curious. What's happening with Ohana Inc.? So he's at home. He's on his iPad, and he pulls up the Ohana Inc. account. And right here, he can see all of this new pipeline across multiple stages. So that's pretty promising, right? But the other thing that he can see, all of the campaigns. All of those campaigns that are helping to drive this account forward, like thought leadership, like events. So this deal has got to be closer to being closed, right? So he's curious. He's just about to hit up Allison for an update. And right here on his iPad, he gets a notification. Not only did they close the deal, they were able to increase it to over $200,000. Amazing job, Allison, Nick, getting Ohana Inc. onto the cloud. So he's thrilled. 90 days. What an aggressive goal to get new pipeline, get some of these deals closed. And he can't wait to share the results with his CMO. But the great thing is that she has her own dashboard. And she can see all of the ways that they're driving pipeline, they're helping to close those deals, and she can see that incredible ROI for all of their marketing spend. And not only does she have this for the cloud business, she has it for all of the business units. And this is pretty amazing, because in the past, It would take weeks, sometimes months, to get that right view, that right executive-friendly dashboard. OK, so she's thrilled. Her team's really killing it. But you know who else gets to see this? Everybody in the organization can see what marketing is doing to help drive that pipeline and close those deals. Pretty incredible. OK, so it's day 3 of Dreamforce. We've seen a lot of innovation this week. It's just incredible to see all of the major advancements in our products. But I want to show you something pretty cool. We're going to actually have a conversation with this data. Because the CMO of VMware has a burning question, and we're going to ask that. So Julia, you ready? OK, here's her question. What are the top 3 marketing channels for the cloud and on-premise business units? All right, let's see what our answer is. OK, for cloud, it's digital marketing, email, and events. When we scroll down for on-premise, it's events, thought leadership, and webinar. Pretty amazing. Did you see what just happened? We just had a conversation. We just had a conversation with our data. Pretty exciting. So the CMO's thrilled. Her teams have AI, they have analytics, and they're driving this account-based marketing success. And she knows that her teams are delivering killer content to the right audiences. So we're going to go in, and we're going to take a look at one of their biggest campaigns, VMworld. And right here on this campaign record, with Einstein Campaign Insights, we can see which audiences are interacting with which content. So we can see that we have some prospects from California in the healthcare industry that are engaging with that thought leadership content. But the amazing thing is we can go one step further and discover segments that maybe we didn't know about, like IT directors from Japan in the automotive industry. Well, why is this important? Because remember earlier there was a new pipeline emerging in Japan? Well, guess what the marketing team can do? They can partner with the sales team. They can deliver hyper-targeted messages by both account and persona. Because in the age of intelligent marketing, marketers like Nick and VMware are counting on AI and analytics to drive their account-based marketing success. And with Einstein Analytics, Pardot Einstein, and Pardot and Lightning, they're able to grow those account relationships, close more deals, and optimize for success faster than ever before. And I'd like to welcome Mike back to the stage to bring us home.
Thank you, Meredith. And on behalf of the team, I want to say thank you to the Lyft and VMware teams for sharing their inspiring stories with us. Now I'd like to switch gears here and go back to the story that I introduced at the beginning of the presentation, which is this incredible partnership between the American Cancer Society and Lyft. They have partnered to deliver now over 30,000, not even 25,000, I was updated in the back here, rides to cancer patients to get to and from their doctor's appointments for free. And they've done it across 13 cities nationwide. Now, to hear more about this story, I'd like to welcome back to the stage Samantha Goldman and Jeff Kloss from the American Cancer Society. Jeff and Samantha. Thank you. Jeff, welcome to Dreamforce. Great to have you here. And Samantha, welcome back to the stage.
Thanks.
So the first time that you and I met, I remember one of the first things we talked about is how our companies have a shared set of values, one of which is giving back. This program seems to be an incredible example of the philanthropy of Lyft. Maybe you can share just a little of the partnership that you have with the American Cancer Society.
Yeah, sure. So at Lyft, we're dedicated to really reducing this transportation barrier. Millions of people cannot get to their appointments every year simply because they don't have a ride. And so at Lyft, we've been partnering across the entire healthcare ecosystem to really reduce that transportation barrier. And it's partners like American Cancer Society that make this all possible. They've actually, in just a short time, they've set up and launched over 30,000 rides for people to get them to and from their medical appointments. And they've done that in 13 different markets. So we're really excited to be with them today and excited for all the work that they've done.
Thank you. And Jeff, thanks so much for joining us today and flying up this morning. Love to hear just the background of the American Cancer Society, maybe share the mission of ACS and also your role.
Sure. The American Cancer Society is a socially focused nonprofit organization with a rich history of 105 years behind us. Our mission is very simple. We save and celebrate lives by leading the fight against cancer every single day. We offer a variety of platforms for engagement for all of our corporate partners and constituents through fundraising activities, donating time, and getting involved in social advocacy. We also focus on major issues related to cancer, including healthcare disparities, access to care, and of course transportation being at the centerpiece of that in our partnership today with Salesforce and Lyft. So we're incredibly grateful to share that story and message with all of you today.
And any more color you can provide on this great partnership between you and Lyft and these free rides you're giving to cancer patients?
Yeah, so cancer affects all of us in the room in some way or another, whether our lives have been touched by a loved one, a grandparent, a daughter, a friend, a relative. And so our partnership with Lyft is incredibly important, and every year in our Road to Recovery program, we provide more than 300,000 rides. So when we look at different ways of creating social good and social impact, especially with the tools that are available with Salesforce today, it's an opportunity for us and what we've done with Lyft in really focusing on access to care. And transportation is critical in getting cancer patients who are in incredible need to get to and from cancer treatments. And in just a short period of time with Lyft and our partnership, we've been able to provide, as we've talked about, 30,000 rides. We've rolled that out to several markets now, I think a total of 13. But we need more help. We need our corporate partners like Salesforce and Lyft, and we need others, including those in the room and those who are watching the broadcast virtually, to get involved. Those are the types of things that will help us, hopefully one day, eradicate the face of cancer.
Well, we want to help. And on behalf of Salesforce and Lyft, we want to make a donation right now for $25,000 to the American Cancer Society.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I'm guessing that there's other people in the room who want to contribute as well to this incredible cause. Please go to cancer.org/Lyft if you want to contribute. And I want to thank you, Jeff, for joining us today. And Samantha, thanks for joining us again. Thank you so much. So you've seen a lot of great content here for B2B marketers. If you want to learn more, I'd encourage you to go to the Pied Piper at the Palace Hotel. And for those consumer marketers who are here in the room, please check out the Marketing Cloud keynote just this afternoon. And now this wouldn't be a Salesforce keynote if we did not have a giveaway. And for one lucky person in the room, you're going to win Lyft rides for a year. Now, to see if you won, look under your chair, see if you have the golden ticket. Thank you very much, and have a great Dreamforce.